You're watching the News Channel 15 Highlight Zone with Glenn Marini. Sports coverage you can count on with the Highlight Zone starts now.
Every year, it's always a big game. Me especially, I always take pride in and like to play that game really hard.
I mean, when they put 50 big points, that's impressive. I thought everyone thought we would be a rebuilding year, but I mean, we got talent all the way around.
Well, you only get one chance to make a first impression, but here on the Highlight Zone, we're gracious. We'll give you two. Second week of the high school football season. Was last week a trend for the year or just a bump in the road for some teams looking to get rolling? After week one wins, both Dwenger and Concordia hoping their success would indeed continue. Joe Whalen has more with your game of the week. Joe.
Oh, Glenn, what a matchup we had tonight at the Battle for Zollner Stadium. Bishop Dwenger 4th in 4A, Concordia up to 7th in 3A off their upset of SAC champ Northside last Friday. Bragging rights on a 2-0 start in conference up for grabs in our Highlight Zone game of the week. Dwenger and Chris Schwarzkopf have dominated this series. Concordia just one win over the Saints in the last 20 years. Dwenger put up 7 on the opening drive. Zach Norton ensures the same on drive number 2. Saints up 2 scores less than 5 minutes into the game. Started a big night for the rush game and a long night for Concordia. But how about this for a cadet answer, though? On 3rd and 9, Daniel Sparks' little pitch and catch with C.J. Morris down to the 1. 3 plays later, Sparks keeps Cadets in the end zone, but the PAT was blocked, so it's 14-6. Saints more than ready to go blow for blow as they did all night. Norton again bounces off the pile, 10 yards. Get used to it, folks. Kid's only a junior, 21-6. This is all in the first. The defense just as good as the O. Look at Marcus Stepp introduce himself to Peterson. Curlegrand blows it up in the backfield. That's how the first ended. This is how the second started. Norton fighting off tackles. Eventually ends up right in your living room. Big pickup, and then Andrew Gabbett would cap off this drive. His second touchdown of the half, 27-6 Saints, picking up where they left off last week when they blasted south. Concordia puts together a nice drive, but Carl Williams steps in front of the Sparks offering, and he takes off. A week after holding Southside to a field goal, the Saints defense gives up just 6 to Concordia. Williams nearly took this one back for 6, but Marcus Stepp would finish it off. That's a man's catch right there. Dwenger all the way in this one. Saints roll 44-13, 2-0 to start the season.
The line just came out, and the receivers, they all blocked well, and we're just giving us great holes for the running backs to go through. It sets up play action. It also helps us control clock, and kind of just, if we need a few hard yards, we can go and get them. We knew we were going to come out, and we were confident in ourselves, but it's quite a few points, and I don't know if anyone could have predicted this.
It's not just offense, it's everybody. If you remember the end of the first half, that could have been a much closer game, but the defense had a really good turnover. We had a great play on special teams down here earlier. So it's a total team effort to put points on the board.
Well, the Saints host Northside next week. Concordia has a tough one. They are on the road at Wayne. Glenn, say what you want, just 2 games into the season. Dwenger's put up nearly 100 points. That ground game is dangerous.
Yeah, and you saw Dwenger in person this week. I saw him in person last week. The one thing that they do that a lot of teams struggle with, they don't beat themselves out of the break. That's fundamental coaching, and that is what Coach Schwarzkopf and those guys preach, and they have hit the ground running. Thank you, Joe. Hey, talking a little bit about this one, Dwenger and Snyder there, probably the front runners in the SAC. Snyder at Sal, first quarter. Isaac Stiebling hands it to DeAndre Billingsley for the touchdown, 14-zip Panthers, and there would be a lot of push-ups for those Snyder cheerleaders tonight. They got their workout in. Second quarter, Stiebling, last week's hero, to Malik Bramley. How many tall receivers does Snyder have? They just trot him out there. It's a touchdown. 21-zip. Panthers feeling good. Still in the second. Stiebling keeps the ball for himself. You saw the arm. Now the legs. The 6'3 junior looking good. 28-zip at that point. And then, Snyder didn't stop scoring. The Panthers with another big victory here, 49-0. Lures coming off a close loss to those Panthers. The Knights at Spooler Stadium for the second straight week, this time to face Northrop. First play from scrimmage for Lures. Noah Wazinski selling the play fake to Austin Mack, 59 yards. Here's Mack's line. 5 receptions, 221 yards, 3 TDs, 7-zip Lures. Coach Dorfler not happy about that. He wouldn't like this. Luke Dippold, the senior, coming up with the interception for Lures, gives them great field possession, and the Knights take advantage. Damian Brow with the short touchdown. It's 14-zip Lures just like that. You saw the offense, you saw the defense. Why not special teams? How about it? Travis Eckert, 40-yard field goal, 17-zip, still in the first, and Lures goes on to win big, 58-7. Northside dipping out of conference play as the Redskins hosting the pride of Delaware County, the Delta Eagles. Pick this one up in the second. Northside's Tyson Whitner takes it in for the short touchdown, skins up 28-14. Still in the second, in fact, 3 seconds before halftime, Delta QB Kate Jones fires it to Mitchell Hahn. That's pretty football, but it's 28-20, skins up at the half. Third quarter, first drive out of the break. Northside's Arian Nieves, the sophomore, to Jordan Kindig, the transfer in for the touchdown. That's a good combination. Skins up 35-20. They go on to win this 49-26. Big game at Dean Gorsuch Field. The Neon Nation, Carroll coming off a big win over Goshen Chargers. Hosting Huntington North. Late second quarter, Carroll's D forces the fumble. That was Seth Johnston popping it out as the Chargers recover. They got good field position, but Huntington's D would hold them. 4th and goal. Corbin Clark had the big hit there. And this one a bit of a snooze fest, you might call it. 3-zip Carroll at the half. Third quarter, out some more defense. Dylan Connor, the junior linebacker, pops him right there with the big hit, but Huntington North had some D as well. Denver Berkeley with the interception, and this one was all about defense. In the fourth, under 3 minutes to go, still 3-zip. Chase Blockkamp in for the touchdown for Carroll, and the Chargers go on to win a low score, sort of a surprising score in this one, by a final of 10-zip. Down at the Courtyard, Norwell banged up last week against Leo, but still came out with the win. They were hosting Heritage. First quarter action, Pearson Harnish in for a 2-yard touchdown, 6-zip as the PAT was no good. Heritage trying to go into the air, and this one would be tipped at the line. Norwell's Trevor Eichler takes it all the way back for the touchdown. Norwell's defense doing a great job, up 12-zip. Then it's Harnish. You saw the legs. How about the arm to his all-conference tight end, Jeremy Davis? This guy is going to have a big season. Mark it down. 19-zip Norwell at that point. But then Heritage starts to get rolling. Branson Dawson to Austin Conrad. This guy had a big season last year. He gets in the end zone, 19-6, and then it's Dawson looking for another of his favorite receivers, Nathan Roop, over 400 yards receiving last year, 19-12, and it's Heritage coming back to win this one by a final of 31-21. East Noble making the drive to Warsaw, Knights ranked 8th in this week's 4A state poll. Warsaw administrators taking the ice bucket challenge, but could they cool off that East Noble offense? Well, in the first, it was all East Noble. Harold B. Wolf, be good. He finds Nathan Ogle. Great hands on that kid. Knights up 10-zip. Still in the first, Dylan Fuller punches it in. East Noble. Luke Amstut's team up 17-zip, but Phil Jensen rallies his troops on that orange sideline. Ethan Bradley in the second. Probably not related to Vera Bradley, but this play is well designed. Cuts it back, goes 38 yards for the touchdown to get Warsaw on the board. The Tigers score the game winner with under 2 minutes to go. Jake Mangus, 272 yards in the air. Warsaw upsets East Noble by 1, 25-24. New Haven ranked 6th in 4A. The Bulldogs hosting Lakeland. Lakeland pick it up in the first quarter. Isaiah Moore from Vance Shear. The senior, Vance Shear, leading the offense down the field. Still in the first, Nishan Jones. Kid's only a sophomore. They compare him to Tavon Urson. Why not? He gets the touchdown, 6-zip New Haven. More from New Haven, more from Mr. Jones. Watch him go into the end zone here. Long touchdown run. New Haven up 12-zip, and New Haven goes on to roll by a final of 48-8. Coming up after this, we got to take a break, but when we come back, county bragging rights on the line all across Northeast Indiana. A DeKalb County rivalry is renewed as the Railroaders take on the Barons. Seriously, you're not going to want to miss those highlights. Adam County Pride on the line, as well as Starfires hosting Belmont in the Eel River rivalry game. Adding another chapter with Columbia City at Whitco, plus stops at Adams Central and Angola. Next in the Zone.